OFAB is Open Forum on Agricultural Biotechnology. OFAB is headquartered in Nairobi, Kenya. OFAB's work is mainly to educate and create awareness among the public on what biotechnology can be used for human profits. What we have decided to do is to create an annual award scheme for members of the media who do the right reportage on biotechnology.
OFAB Media Awards recognizes exemplary journalism that exhibits best practices in credible science reporting that is crucial to better public understanding and acceptance of science, technology, and innovations that are needed to transform African agriculture for food security, sustainable development, and poverty eradication. OFAB is in its 6th year since the inception. OMAs has 2 specific objectives. One is to promote excellence in science reporting and appreciate contribution of journalists who report on agricultural development. The second objective is to reward the critical roles played by journalists in promoting constructive dialogue on modern biotechnology through responsible, professional, ethical, and effective reporting. And we have seen collaboration between former OMAs winners coming together to motivate and share the experiences with other upcoming journalists who are potentially to benefit from the platform.
This media award scheme has been a life-changing opportunity for several media personnel, especially the winners of the competition, both local and international.
OFAB Awards, Media Award, is the first award that I have ever won since I started my practice as a journalist. Before winning this award, I knew I had the ability to conduct interviews, to be able to publish stories that would whet the appetites of my audience. But what do you have to show for if, as a journalist, you have not won an award where your strength is? So me winning this award was the ice on the cake.
Winning the OFAB Media Award 2022 for radio has really added more credentials to the already awards or recognitions that I have had.
Before this series of workshops, I have not actually heard about biotech reporting. But as I have been awarded and have been trained on reporting on biotech, it had helped my newspaper and my colleagues in the field to understand what biotechnology is.
Just yesterday, a colleague approached me and we had a discussion about what he thought GMOs were, and in his opinion, he thought that GMOs were bad, they were evil, and it was not good for people to use. He was putting blame at the doorstep of GMO for all the bad things that were happening, and I think that it gave me an opportunity to educate him, to enlighten him about the real facts about GMO, what the GMO seeks to do, and the benefits that it will bring to people who have the privilege of using it.
Regarding the various workshops that OFAB has been giving journalists, I think there is a little shift or an improvement in reportage as against the previous, because I am an editor with the Environment Desk and also editor in general. I get reports from my fellow colleagues or journalists within the upper region or the northern part of Ghana. When I see any story coming from there, I make it my objective to really push it to be in the front line. Those that have seen having the passion I've mentioned. For instance, a colleague of mine, Gloria Addison, when she first attended the workshop and didn't get things straightened up, she contacted me and I availed myself. And that is how I also started learning, because it should be driven by passion.
I was fortunate to have been mentored by my colleague Joyce, we won the awards together. So what I have started doing from the lessons I learned from her is you cannot drastically push someone to understand what you are doing or enlighten them on what you are doing. It takes a gradual step. It starts with a conversation. And so that's what I have started to do, to have conversations with my friends. Some of them would approach you with issues on biotechnology, and then you use that opportunity to educate them. And then as you do that, mentally, they are being transformed on their thinking. they are being transformed on their views on what biotechnology is all about.
You know, when we get stories or when you project some of these things, the assumption is that, oh, you've been given money or you are being sponsored or these multinationals have you in their pocket. But that is not true, because I look at it from this point of view, that if a technology is there to really address so many challenges, let me go into specifics like the GM cowpea, for instance, the number of times that they spray it and its impact on consumers, the farmers themselves, biological diversity and all. So having the opportunity to go to Abuja to really see what they have done with their cowpea, it's really broadened my outlook and all. So because of that, now I have the confidence to really tell people that if other countries have made it and it's really out there in the market, what are we waiting for as a country? Biotechnology, apart from addressing food hunger, should also serve as or enhance the pockets of the farmers by letting them get more money. And through that, most of the SDGs will be achieved.
On the awards, I would say that putting that caveat that when you win once, you cannot apply again, kind of put a handicap on journalists who have interesting stories that they might want to file, meaning that they will do the stories and the stories might not get the right opportunities to win an award because they have won an award already. So if that caveat can be removed, it will be good. The opportunities that exist in science and technology and agriculture reporting are many. They are varied. And so I will encourage my colleague journalists to focus on reporting on science, to focus on reporting on technology, because our environment depends on it. If we are reporting more on politics and leaving science, things would happen and people might not hear of it, people might not understand. But if we who are supposed to provide the information, we who are supposed to provide the education, have an understanding, then we can be better, we'll be in a better position to offer the same education to people who need to understand.
The award is gratifying and it's overwhelming that after a hard day's work, you are being recognized for the work that you are doing. I would say a very big thank you to OFAB for giving me this opportunity and giving me this award.
Since the media is not involved in the direct development and promotion of the biotechnology, OFAB Ghana organizes various workshops for the media personnel where we train them as a way of building their capacities in biotechnology activities in the country.
I've gotten to know much more about GMO foods. I've now realized that GMO, as we see it, is not just as we say it.
Before I came for this workshop, the idea I have about GMOs is that they are foods that are chemicalized and will be, when you take them in, you are going to get some diseases. There were a lot of issues about GMO that we heard from even some scientists and farmers who were always advocating for organic foods. We should take organic foods, and that GMOs were on the market and all that. But coming here today and listening to the various speakers, I've learned a lot. That the GMOs that we were thinking about, what we were actually being educated on and thought was GMO, was actually not GMOs.
This workshop have really changed my perception about GMO, in the sense that in the past what I heard about GMO, that food that the white or the Westerners try to impose on Africans in order to kill us. But what I learned today about what GMO product or GMO food is has really changed my perception, and I think it's important because it has been very informative and educative.
In fact, perceptions about GMO and this workshop has enlightened us more and to educate our listeners or our followers. In fact, the perceptions some concerning food imposing on them and the doubts they have, this workshop make it prudent for us to categorize, explain, and wash away those doubts.
So on this note, I call on my fellow colleagues in the media to take advantage of this series of workshops to engage themselves in biotech reporting and as well as participating in the OFAB Media Awards.
We have heard from the awardees. OFAB Media Awards promises a life-changing opportunity. I'm calling on all media professionals out there. Let's take this opportunity. Broaden your horizon. Report on agricultural biotechnology. And the opportunities are limitless. OFAB Ghana's doors are open. You have the opportunity to compete at the African level, and the sky is the limit.